Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are in the era of AI. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. Throughout this course, our basic agenda would be to understand how AI works, right? Using Python, using SQL, using machine learning. Machine learning forms a very integral part of AI. In today's video, we are going to understand how AI has been integrated into Power BI. We are going to use 3 or 4 most amazing features of AI. In the upcoming videos also, my main agenda would be to teach you how we can unleash the power of AI which is inbuilt into Power BI. So with these functions, you can use them. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, if you look over here, I have two data sets. The first data set is a small data set which contains some text data, and here I have some sentences written over here. Similarly, I have this extract dataset where I have the product ID and the respective product IDs in the column. Now what I am going to do is, to use the power of AI, I am going to go into Power Query Editor. As we have already seen, Power Query Editor is nothing but the washing machine of our Power BI. Here you can transform the data, draw insights from the data, and meaningfully convert our data into some other kind of transformations. So what we are going to do here is, first let's take this particular data set extract. In this, the first thing that I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my first row as headers so that my product ID becomes my column name. Now, what if I want to extract a particular new column based on the values of the current column? For that, I have two options. Either I can go to add column and use this extract where I can extract the length, the first characters, last characters, range, and so on from these columns. Or another way is columns from example. So this feature of columns from example basically help me to add a new column based on giving examples from an existing column. What I mean by that is, I'll form columns from example and I'll say from selection. Now what I have to tell is that if I have this product ID column, from this how do I want to create my new column? Let's say in every value I want to remove P. I only want 001, 002, 003 and so on. And for that what I can do is I can click over here and give the value. So enter sample values to create a new column. So what I am doing here is I am giving AI sample that this is the value that I want to extract, and I'll press OK. And you can see for all the other values, it has itself understood the pattern and extracted the values. So this is how AI works. It is an artificial intelligence where it will try to recognize the patterns that you are trying to teach to it. So this is the first way of using artificial intelligence. Now, as you can clearly see over here, I have AI insights. So in this particular video, we are going to understand text analytics or cognitive services of Power BI. So for this, I have taken this text data over here, and in this column, let me rename this column and call it as, let's say, comments. So let's suppose in my data set, I already have these comments written down, these 6 comments written down. And let's see what all text analytics can I perform on it. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select text analytics. It is going to take a few seconds because this will initiate my AI models present in Power BI. And once those models are initiated, you will see a list of the available models for your Power BI, right? So it might take 2 to 4 seconds. And now you can see I have text analytics models. The first is to detect the language. Second is extract key phrases, and the third is score sentiment. Now what is score sentiment? Score sentiment basically measures the positive or negative sentiment of words and phrases. Sentiment is rated on a scale of 0 to 1, 1 being the most positive. So what I'll do is I'll select whichever column I want to extract the sentiment from and I'll press OK. So earlier what we had to do is we had to build a separate AI model using natural language processing or using the concepts of machine learning to build such a model. Let me continue this and ignore the error. Save. But now this AI model has been integrated into Power BI, which scores the sentiment. Basically, it tries to find out the emotion of the sentence. The more positive is the emotion, the higher is the value. The values will range from 0 to 1, 1 being the positive sentiment and 0 being the negative sentiment. So depending on the kind of sentence that is present in your data set, it is going to find out or score the sentiment of your sentences. So it is going to take 15 to 20 seconds because there is a model that is running, and then it will finally give you the scores. And you can see over here, for each comment, I have a score sentiment. And wherever you see a negative sentence is present, for example, he is a nasty person, the score is low. Similarly, for all the positive sentences, you can see I have a great taste for bad pasta. It is giving 93%. I love India 95%. I like eating pasta 93%. So what it does is it tries to find out the sentiment of your sentences. Now it may not be 100% accurate because this model is not a very professionally trained model. Rather, it would give you a brief idea about your data. Now let's try to select this column again and go to text analytics and try one more model over here. Now for professional level performance, or if you are working for any particular company, it would be better that you build a NLP model from scratch or use LLMs or some other techniques. But for a basic analysis or for a real-time basic analysis, when you have data in Power BI, you can use this model. Now let's try to see what is extract key phrases. Sift through text and surface important phrases in your data. So basically what it is going to do is, for every sentence, it is going to give me the important phrases, extract the keywords that are present in my data. Now for this also, we used to earlier build NLP models and we used to call them NER models, but now Power BI has itself integrated this model where it will go to each sentence, try to find out that which words are not the common words like is, are, am, was, were and so on, but they are actual meaningful keywords. And once you have those keywords, you will see them as a new column. Again, this model is going to take 15 to 20 seconds because this is an AI based model, and you can see the results over here. I love India. The first keyword that is extracted is India. Similarly, pasta, natural beauty, nasty person, great taste, and so on. So depending on the type of sentence, it is going to extract these keywords. So these are 3 new features of AI which are integrated into Power BI that you can definitely try out, and hope you learned a lot new things in this particular video. Thank you so much and stay tuned for more such videos.